Hi everyone, my name's Rob and welcome to Tesla Tourist. We've had a great week in the Outer Hebrides and now we head back with an early start on the ferry from Stornoway to Ullapool, and then a great drive to Fort William and then through Glencoe Loch Lomond and to an overnight stay in South Glasgow at a hotel. So let's get on with it. It's an early start as you need to be at the port 45 minutes before the departure, and the CalMac team at Stornoway are very strict in closing the gates. So as it's a 7 o'clock departure, you need to be there at 6:15 at the latest. Let's have a look at the journey as we wait to board. The crossing is about 2 3/4 hours to Ullapool, and when we arrive there is only 112 miles to Fort William, but we will stop there for lunch as it takes just over 3 hours to get there, so we will need a break. We've got a total of 70% charge, which gives us a range of 224 miles, so plenty to get us there, and we will charge whilst we're having lunch. This journey was on the MV Loch Seaforth that was launched in March 2014 and has a length of 117.9 metres. It can carry 700 passengers and a maximum of 143 cars, including the mezzanine decks, and has a crew of 43. As I take a wander around the ship, it was all quiet, even the restaurant was not open. I went outside as it was always good to watch the departure, and it was all quiet out there as well, apart from the morning chorus of car alarms. It was a calm crossing and I can recommend the breakfast once the restaurant is open, and then I popped back outside when it got light to enjoy the views, but it was a bit chilly on the day. There was still snow on the hills as we approached the mainland, and it's always a lovely view across the hills as you arrive in Loch Broom as we head towards Ullapool. We were soon told to return to our vehicles, and the CalMac team were as efficient as always at getting people off the ship, and we were soon able to start the first leg of our journey and head towards Fort William. The first part of the journey can be quite slow as you sit in a queue of ferry traffic that is sometimes made slower if you get behind some of the HGVs, but on this occasion it was okay. We were able to enjoy the views, including the snow-covered trees, as we started our drive. This drive was actually quite quick as we travelled the first 40 miles on the A835 towards Inverness, and then we turned off onto the A832 towards Drumnadrochit and Loch Ness. It's not long before we get to Beauly, which is a picturesque Scottish Highland village renowned for its historic 13th century priory ruins, scenic riverside setting and independent shops. Next we're on to Drumnadrochit, which is on the shores of Loch Ness and the famous hub for Loch Ness monster tourism, and is home of the historic Urquhart Castle, and it is there that we join the A82. As we start to drive along Loch Ness, we get to appreciate the scale as it is 22.5 miles long, and we're joining about halfway down at Drumnadrochit. No sightings of Nessie for us today though. We then pass through Fort Augustus at the southern end, and that links the Caledonian Canal with Loch Lochy to Loch Ness. As we cross the swing bridge, we're not quite able to take full advantage of the view of the impressive flighted staircase of 5 lochs, but here is a photo for your benefit. It was designed by the famous engineer Thomas Telford and it opened in 1822. We continue along the A82 as we cross another swing bridge at Abercolder as we head towards Loch Lochy. The next main town we pass through is Spean Bridge as we head towards lunch at Fort William, and we can look forward to a special treat visiting McDonald's, where they have a limited offer on a double Big Mac not seen very often. This isn't somewhere I'd normally stop for lunch, but it would be good to see if it looks just like the ad. The journey, whilst only 112 miles, does take just over 3 hours as mentioned, so it is a good time for a break. As we get into Fort William, there are 6 V3 chargers and they're open to other EVs as well, and as usual we had 1 or 2 taking up 2 bays as their charge port is on the right hand side. Our charge is down to 29%, so we'll go and have our lunch, take our time, but we don't need to increase it too much as we only have 126 miles to go. How about that burger? Let's do the unboxing and see what it looks like. Well, not quite as good as the picture, but it'll have to do. Did taste very nice though. There was a bit of a delay in McDonald's, and as we did not rush, we ended up stopping for a total of 39 minutes, so had to increase the charge limit from 80%, and we ended up with 92% when we got back to the car. That's plenty to do the next stage of the drive as we head through Glencoe. The total cost of the charge was £19.84. So we start with a range of 294 miles with, as mentioned, only 126 to go, and the journey time was estimated at 3 hours and 24 minutes. We continue on the A82 and a fantastic scenic drive, so I will let that run for a short while. We then get to Tyndrum, where we pass the Green Welly, which is a famous stop-off point, but as we just enjoyed a double Big Mac, we did not need to stop. There are now 4 V4 chargers at the Green Welly if you do need a break. It's also good to see that the snowplows are out in force and ready if needed. It was not long before we got to Ardluey, which is at the top of Loch Lomond, and Loch Lomond itself is about 22 miles long at its longest point. After Loch Lomond, we stopped in Glasgow for a short while to visit some friends, and then on to our hotel at East Kilbride, which is where we stayed at the MacDonald Crutherland House Hotel. They do a great breakfast at the hotel and also have MacLeod and MacLeod black pudding from Stornoway, which is a bonus. It is a lovely setting and another cold morning, and we are ready to set off. We did arrive with 45% charge and plenty of range, but we decided to head to Larkhall as we'd not used that one before. I would normally charge overnight, but we wanted to go to Larkhall to see if it's a good stop off and what the facilities are like. It was, however, a good choice as the chargers at the hotel were not working. The Superchargers at Larkhall are in the car park of the Radstone Hotel. That is about half a mile off the M74. There are a total of 16 V4 chargers, and these are also open to other EVs. The hotel is really welcoming, and there is a comfortable lounge where you can grab a coffee or something to eat, and the hotel are just as happy if you pop in just to use the toilet. So, as you've seen all of the scenic bits, we'll stop the video there as we head back down south. Thanks for coming along, and if you've not seen them, please do take a look at the other videos in this series. I'll see you on the next one.